All right, friends and families, welcome to SIPPS lesson number 12. Let's go ahead and begin. All right, go ahead and follow as I read. When can you go with me? Our new spelling sound today is wah, wah, wah. Word is when. Sound is wah, wah, wah. Notice the W and the H, wah. In our SIPPS lesson, we're going to think of it as, when we see WH, we're going to think of it and hear it as wah, 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 wah. Kind of like a blowing sound, wah. Our word is when, wah, wah, wah. Great job. Let's go ahead and keep going. This is going to be our new sound, and I'm going to go ahead and show our new spelling sound, wah, wah. All right, let's go ahead and go straight into our review spelling sounds. Shh. Remember, that's a continuous sound. Shh. For our next spelling sound, we have two ways of hearing it and saying it. First sound is going to be the, kind of like that. Second sound is going to be kind of like thin. Next sound. Next sound. Next sound. Kind of like bone. And then our new sound for today, kind of like when, what, who. All right, my friends, next we are going to read a mixed list of words and then a mixed list of syllables. And syllables are not real words, but you will find them in real words. So let's go ahead and begin. And my friends, in yellow, I have highlighted our new sounds that we are learning and focusing on today. In green underline, these are going to be the sounds that we have already learned in former or previous lessons. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Think, read, whiz. Think, read, patch. Think, read, wham. Think, read, wit. Think, read, chill. Think, read, wed. Okay, my friends, now let's go ahead and read the syllables. Think, read, whis. Think, read, etch. Think, read, shen. Think, read, win. Great job. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to our syllabic transformations. Okay, go ahead and read. Boss, boss, os, os, bow, bow. Remember, vowel placement is at the end, so it's going to be a long O. Next syllable. Owl, owl. Val, val. They. Next syllable. Seth, C, F. Next syllable. Boo, boo, boo. Fum, fum, fum. Um. Next syllable. Id. Nigh. Nid. Great job. Now we're going to go ahead and proceed or go to our sight syllables. Our first sight syllable for this lesson, necked. Read, necked. Again, necked. Kind of like connect. Great, let's go ahead and move on. Next, sight syllable. Diff. Read, diff. Again, diff. Kind of like different. Diff. Next sight syllable. This is an irregular sight syllable, so paying close attention. Irregular sight syllable is going to be purr. Read, purr. Again, purr. Spell P-E-R. Purr. Read, purr. Spell P-E-R. Purr. Okay, kind of like person. Great. Let's go ahead and now do some of our sight syllable review. D, kind of like decide. Scan, kind of like scanner. Shun, and this is an irregular sight syllable, so we're going to spell it out. Shun, spell T-I-O-N. Shun. Read again. Shun, spell T-I-O-N. Read, act, kind of like action. Read, ent, kind of like consonant, ent. Read, en, kind of like enjoy. Read, fawn, kind of like phonics, meaning sound. Read, mod, kind of like model. Read, for, kind of like forehead, meaning in front. Read, syn, kind of like synthesize. Syn, spell S-Y-N, syn, meaning together. Read, auto, spell A-U-T-O, meaning self. Next, we are going to practice reading by syllables. So I'm going to write each syllable out, and then you're going to read as I write it. Then wait for me to ask you to try for the real word. Ready? Read, mag. Read, net. Try for the real word, magnet. Read, nay. This is an irregular sight syllable. Shun. Again, shun. Try for the real word, nation. Great job. Read, glow. The next part is going to be tricky. Read, re, kind of like the tree, the Y. Remember, we have that little space in front of the Y. Re, and it makes the E sound, the long E sound. Now try for the real word, glory. That one is really tricky. My friends, we also remember that or is a sound we have already learned. So that's why our whole word is going to be glory, even though we saw glow first. And that's where our syllables was split. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Read, cop. This is an irregular sight syllable. Read, per. Try for the real word, copper. Okay. Read, frack. Again, frack. This is an irregular sight syllable. Shun, shun. Try for the real word, fraction. Great, let's keep going. Read, clev. Read, clev. Next syllable is irregular. Er. Try for the real word, clever. Okay, ready? Read, po. Read, tay. Read, toe. Try for the real word, potato. All right, my friends, for this next part, we are going to practice reading entire words by thinking about whether we see an irregular sight syllable and thinking about how many consonants are in between the two vowels, and we will remember how to divide where. You'll see that I wrote down V, CCV under each word. And remember, my friends, we are going to split where we have two in between two consonants. Okay, let's go ahead and see what Miss X is talking about. Alrighty. Is there an irregular sight syllable in admit? No, there's not. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look. How many consonants are in between the two vowels? There are two consonants between the two vowels. We divide where? In between the two consonants. Great job. So we're going to go ahead and put our dot there. Now we're going to read the first syllable. Add. Second syllable, mit. Try for the real word, admit. Great job. Let's go ahead and try another word. Do we have an irregular sight syllable? No, we do not. How many consonants are in between the two vowels? Two consonants are in between the two vowels. And where do we split? In between the two consonants. Great job. First syllable, twen. Second syllable, T. Remember, we think about the line that we see before the Y, and that's why we know that it's going to be a long E sound for this Y instead of I. Okay, try for the real word, 20. Great job. Let's go ahead and keep going. Is there an irregular sight syllable? Yes, there is an irregular sight syllable. Our irregular sight syllable at the end is Okay. How many consonants do we have between our two vowels? Great, we have two consonants between our two vowels. So where do we split? In between our two consonants. First syllable, num. Second syllable, bur. Try for the real word, number. Great job, my friends. Let's go ahead and Let's go ahead and move on to number 4. Okay, do we have an irregular sight syllable in our word? Yes, we do. We have at the end. How many consonants are in between our two vowels, U and E? Great, there are two consonants between our two vowels. Where do we split? Great job. We split in between our two consonants. First syllable, but. Second syllable, ter. Try for the real word, butter. And remember, my friends, our sound is an irregular sight syllable, so we pay close attention to that. We look for that in words because we already know the sound through memorization. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and do our last word. Is there an irregular sight syllable? Nope, there's not. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our consonants and vowels. How many consonants are in between our two vowels here? Great, there are two consonants in between our two vowels. Where do we split? Great job, we split in between our two consonants. First syllable, sud. Second syllable, den. Try for the real word, sudden. Great job, my friends. We're gonna go ahead and go on to our guided spelling. And remember, my friends, you can always use our irregular sight syllable list to refer to when you see them in other words. Just like today when we were practicing that's part of our irregular sight syllable wall. All right, so for guided spelling today, we have 3 words that we will practice spelling together. Number 1, sudden. The car came to a sudden stop. Say sudden. Say sudden by syllables. I'll say the syllables in a way that will help you spell. Sud-den. Repeat the syllables. First syllable, sud. Next syllable, den. Okay, so now take a look under the schwa to the E here. This syllable, den, in sudden, this syllable has a schwa. And so we're going to use this spelling. Watch. First syllable, sud. And then remember, we said that den, we're going to use this E, the schwa E spelling, in the second syllable of den. Great. Let's go ahead and keep going. Second word is summer. Summer. We went to Georgia last summer. Say summer. Say summer by syllables. I'll say the syllables in a way that will help you spell, and I want you to repeat the syllables after. Summer. First syllable, some. Let's go ahead and write it down. Second syllable, mer. Summer. For the spelling of we're going to look at the picture of the bird. The girl is holding a bird right here. We're going to use the ER spelling. That's the sound we hear in summer, and then using the ER spelling, summer. Make sure you check your work. And you can also read and spell by syllables to help you. So check your work, and if you make a mistake, underline where you made the mistake in the word and then write the correct word above the incorrect one. First syllable was some, second syllable was mer. We heard the sound and we went back to look at our picture, our spelling sound wall chart here where the girl's holding a bird. We heard the sound, we're using the ER spelling. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to do our last spelling word here. Our last spelling word is unit. Say unit. The unit for the math problem was cookies. Unit. I'll say the syllables in a way that will help you spell. Repeat the syllables after me. U-nit. First syllable, U. Second syllable, knit. For our U sound that we hear at the beginning, U, we're going to look at the picture of the mule on our spelling sound wall chart here. So go ahead, this one right here, this picture, this little box right here. Yep, we're going to be using the U spelling. U. Do you hear how in mule you hear the U sound? Just like in unit, we're going to use the U spelling. First syllable is U. Second syllable is knit. N, I, T, unit. First syllable was U, second syllable was knit. And with the U sound, we looked back at the picture of a mule and used the second spelling of U here. Great job, my friends. That is it for today's lesson. I will see you in the next lesson.